Hey guys, it's Ashley. Sorry for the lack of videos recently. I've been in like a major slumpy slump. Not just a reading slump, just like a life slump and just not wanting to do anything. So I gave myself permission to just kind of take a break from things that weren't absolutely necessary. But now I'm back and I am excited to show you the books that I bought in the month of September. The first book that I brought home was Armada by Ernest Cline. I was really excited about this one when it was first announced because I loved Ready Player One like everybody did, but then all the reviews started coming in and nobody seemed thrilled with it, so I was kind of going to wait, but then Barnes & Noble emailed me saying, hey, you might like this book, and it was this one, and I was like, I don't know, it's on sale, but... And then they mentioned that it was signed. And I was sold. And the cover, I'm sure you've seen this a billion times on BookTube so far, but the cover is really pretty with the little spaceship, and it's all like the schematics and design for this interceptor ship thing. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited to read it. I probably won't read it for a little while. The next couple books that I picked up were part of the series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I picked up volume 6, which is the Ersatz Elevator. I got number 10, The Slippery Slope, number 11, The Grim Grotto, and number 13, The End. These almost complete my collection. The used bookstore did not have number 12. I don't remember what it's called, but I ordered it off of barnesandnoble.com today because it was cheaper than Amazon, amazingly. So that will complete my collection, and I plan to read this series, or as much of it as I can, in the Slay That series readathon that is coming up next week. I will make a full video about that sometime in the next couple days. The next couple of books that I got are all by the same author. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I've gotten into Roald Dahl quite a bit, and I've been collecting his books. I haven't read many. I've read like 2, maybe, but I'm collecting them. I have a project in mind to do the year of Dahl and just read all of his books in a year. So I have an Amazon wish list with all the books of his that I still need, and I'm slowly amassing them, whether at used bookstores or whenever I order something on Amazon, I just throw one into the cart, because they're like $5 each on there, for the most part, the kids' ones. Anyway, so I picked up The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar and 6 more. These are some of his short stories for kids, and I really enjoy the cover. There's a lot going on this cover. I picked this up at one of the used bookstores for like less than $2. This one I was a little upset with. It's The Vicar of Nibbleswick, and look at the size of this book. It's so tiny, and this thing cost me $8 on Amazon, but I grabbed it because they were down to the last few copies, and it's apparently pretty hard to find online. It was the only place I could find it was Amazon, so I nagged it, but it's gonna be so quick. This book's literally going to take like 5 minutes to read, because then those are the pages. Like all of the pages are like this. So, anyways, I have it. Then I've got Sweet Mystery of Life. This one seems to be one of his more like adult novels. It's life in the country and things. Just, I don't know, but I think it's more of the adult fiction that he wrote. And then the last book of his that I got is D is for Doll. It's kind of just an encyclopedia of all of his things. A glorious A to Z guide to the world of Roald Dahl. So it looks pretty fun, just like a little guide to everything Roald Dahl, which if I'm going to undertake this challenge, I'm gonna need. And then the final book that came home with me was The Pixar Touch by David A. Prince. And this is the story behind Pixar, which we all know makes incredible animated films, and it's even got some color pictures in here of some of the films. But this past week I went with my brother and sister to the Boston Museum of Science, where they have this special The Science of Pixar exhibit going on, and it was so good. If you live in New England and you like Pixar, you need to go see it. I don't know how long it's there for, but I know it's still there at least through this week, so you need to find a way and go see it because it was so cool. Essentially, they just talk about the science behind Pixar and what goes into making a Pixar movie. Like, I knew there was a lot that went into it. I knew there was a lot of people that worked on it. I knew it took years to make, but I didn't realize just how much like math is involved in making a Pixar movie. And they have this one video about making grass and how they had to come up with the right mathematical equation to get grass to look realistic in their films, and how then they had to repeat that equation billions and billions of times to make like the scene in Brave where you just see a whole giant field of grass and everything's different, but it's all based on this one mathematical formula. Insane. And so at the exhibit they have all these interactive things going on too, where you can play around with how to move a character's face. You know, where humans only have 40 something muscles in the face, a Pixar character has like 300 different facets that they move to create emotions and things on a character's face. And so you get to play around with a couple of those. They have, like, you can make your own stop motion film with the Pixar lamp. I did that. If I can find a way to splice it into this video, I will. But it was just so much fun. We spent about 2 hours in this exhibit. It was phenomenal. So cool. And then there was this book that I wanted to buy at the bookshop. It was like one of the big coffee table size books. It was all like behind the scenes for the Pixar movies and how they came to be and how they work on them, and everything Pixar was in this book. But it was $75, and I do not have $75 to spend on one book. If I did, it would have come home with me, but I couldn't justify charging it on my credit card. So I asked for it for Christmas. My brother and sister already know that I want it. Guys, this is your reminder. I want that book for Christmas. So because I couldn't afford it, I settled for this one, which just tells you the whole story of Pixar and how the company came to be. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I love Pixar. Who doesn't love Pixar? Seriously, leave me a comment down below and tell me what your favorite Pixar movie is and why. It's a really hard question. I just came up with that. I have no idea what my answer would be, because there's so many good ones. I mean, Toy Story is the one that automatically springs to mind, because Toy Story. But then Finding Nemo's so good, and Monsters, Inc., and oh man, that is an impossible question. That's like asking which book is your favorite. How are you supposed to choose? Ever. So I made out this month with 11 new books to add to my growing collections. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited to be on my way out of this slump and back into reading. I'll be shooting my wrap-up video in the next week because September is already almost over. I don't know how, but it is. So my wrap-up should be coming soon, and I'm hoping I have more than just one book to put on that. But so far I'm up to one book this month, and today is the 21st of September. But we'll see. We still have time. I don't think I'm going to be buying more books, but you never know. I go away this weekend to Chicago for a conference. I might buy some ministry-related books there, or I might not, or I might wander into a Chicago bookshop and see what they have and come home with something. If you have a favorite bookshop in Chicago, leave it down below so that I can check it out when I'm there. When will I be there? Leave it in the comments anyway, because I will eventually go back to Chicago, I'm sure. No, I definitely will, because BookCon's there next year. Hello? BookCon's in Chicago next year, so I'll definitely be going back. So if you have a favorite bookshop in Chicago, leave it down below, because even if I miss your comment for this trip, BookCon is in Chicago next year, so I will have a chance to go to it at some point in the next 12 months. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed this book haul. If you've read any of these books, let me know down in the comments what you thought of them. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you soon. Bye!